Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
You was good original.
Cool.
It's your boy DJ Nuki, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
Back on the channel with another.
Kid and C original. Yeah.
Welcome back to the channel, man. Hey, we got a good one for y'all today. We got 10 unluckiest lottery winners. It's just somebody, I'm gonna tell you, it gotta be somebody who like lost a ticket on a big jackpot. You know what I'm saying? Like a $200 million jackpot.
I'll be very.
And then you celebrating and you drop the ticket somewhere. Like dropping down a storm drain or something. You going down there for the motherfucker? 200 million?
I'm going.
Man, fucking give me this.
I'm going.
You gonna turn into a Incredible Hulk?
I'm going down there.
Man, who got a ladder? Go get your motherfucking ladder right now. I'm going down there with it and without it. I just need somebody. Give me your
I'm gonna at least try. I'm gonna have to do something.
Bruh, I don't blame you though, bro. You gotta figure out.
Bruh.
Gotta figure some shit
I gotta figure something out.
Oh man, so I'm ready to see what the unlucky fate is for some people, man. So with that being said, make sure you check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go. If you want to further support, all you need to do is check out down below. Also, every single time we salute to the coming of the day.
To you.
We highly appreciate it, man. Y'all keep running us up. We're gonna shout y'all out every single time. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, lock it in with a thumbs up. We appreciate that as well. But again, man, it's 10 unluckiest lottery winners. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's see what this unlucky fate is about, man. Damn. It's like West Coast.
Hung Nguyen is a hard-working family man from California who got lucky when he bought a winning Powerball ticket. Unfortunately, the timing was bad. Nguyen was visiting Vietnam and didn't know that he had the winning ticket. He discovered his good fortune only upon returning to the USA several months later to find his face all over the news. Lottery officials released a security camera video of him purchasing the ticket, hoping that this would help them track down the winner. Unfortunately, Nguyen's luck ended with the purchase. Seeing as it was bought months ago, Nguyen couldn't locate his ticket anymore. He tried to claim the prize without the actual ticket, but that is against the rules, and the rules were not bent for this case. Unable to find the ticket before the deadline, Nguyen was never able to claim his prize.
Damn.
Denise Rossi is a Californian woman who felt trapped in an unhappy marriage. Fortune smiled at her when she won the lottery. Her lucky lottery ticket was worth $1.3 million. When she cashed it in, she decided not to share the good news with her husband. On the contrary, she decided to divorce him. She left him without a word. The husband was suspicious, but still agreed to the divorce without much discussion. When he finally found out about her fortune and what it was that gave her the courage to disappear from his life, he sued her for not disclosing the information in the divorce settlement. He won the lawsuit and took every penny she had won away from her.
That's messed up though.
Oh,
That's messed up.
but
No, ain't no but.
she was supposed to disclose it.
That's still messed
So
up.
basically,
You
when
have to take everything.
But basically, no. The court probably penalized her because she hid money. You cannot hide money in a divorce proceeding. You have to like inform all of the money you have.
The court's order. Joel Ifirgan is a Canadian man who has been involved in a 7-year-old unsuccessful lawsuit, with the goal being getting the money he had won on the lottery 7 seconds too late. Ifirgan purchased the winning ticket at a local convenience store just a few minutes before 9 p.m., which was the deadline for the ticket registration. He bought 2 tickets, out of which the second ticket, the $27 million one, was registered 7 seconds after the deadline. Because Because of this transgression, Ifrgan was awarded nothing. The man, however, found this to be a great injustice and decided to sue in order to get his full prize. 7 years later, the Supreme Court did not rule in his favor, and he is now left with a mountain of legal fees.
Wow.
In 2004, an elderly Indiana citizen got his 15 minutes of fame on television. 73-year-old Carl Atwood went on a lottery game filmed for TV and won $73,450. Sadly, the day that Atwood got lucky was also the last day of his life. That same evening, he went to a grocery store to do some shopping. He was crossing the street only a block away from his home when he got hit by a truck. The intersection was badly lit, and Atwood was wearing dark clothing, which made him impossible to spot for the truck driver, who was just turning the corner when he accidentally ran the recent lottery winner over.
That's the most fucked up shit I've ever heard.
That is sad. Dang. That is sad. That's sad.
That's beyond sad. That's fucked up.
That is so sad.
Like, 73 ain't a lot, but it's a lot to somebody.
It's a lot.
But, and all I'm doing
Sad
is
now.
grocery shopping.
And going home.
And you was already, man, bro,
I
that was
understand it was
my
an
retirement
accident.
money.
That's so sad.
Timothy Elliott is a man from Massachusetts who had a history of mental illness. He was diagnosed with schizoid personality disorder and was known to get into trouble. On one occasion, he robbed a convenience store, only to take all the money he had stolen into a different convenience store and buy all of the lottery tickets they had to offer. He didn't win anything, but he was taken to prison, where he was given minimal jail time due to his illness. He was, however, given mandatory mental health counseling and put on probation, which banned him from leaving the country, alcohol or drug consumption, as well as gambling. During this probation period, Elliott purchased another lottery ticket and won $1 million. After he had cashed in his ticket, his photo made it to the papers, which led to him being recognized. As buying a lottery ticket is considered gambling, Elliott was taken back into prison, and his winnings were forfeited. Jose Antonio Cuotok was a refugee from Guatemala who moved to the USA in pursuit of the American dream. Finding a job he was satisfied with, he seemed to be doing well, only to reach the peak of his US dream by winning the lottery. Cuotok got lucky and won $750,000. Cuotok was an illegal immigrant, and thus he was afraid that being a lottery winner would draw too much attention to him. Trying to avoid the unwanted spotlight, he asked his boss, who knew of his situation, to cash the ticket in for him. The man agreed, and he did cash the ticket, but decided to take the money for himself and disappear. Cuotok was understandably outraged and continued to hunt and sue his former boss over the winnings. During the trial, which he consequently won, he lost a huge portion of the winnings on lawyer fees, and most importantly, revealed himself as an illegal immigrant. When he picked up what was barely left of his money, he was forced to leave the country.
That was stupid, dog. Why you even playing? Knowing
Man, some people just play just to play. They don't think
that's wasting money.
I know.
That's wasting money.
A young man from Wichita, Kansas, who made his living working at the local Sonic burger stand, bought a lucky scratch ticket, which won him $750,000. He picked up his winnings at the lottery office, where he got a bonus Lucky Lottery Winner t-shirt. He sported the t-shirt when he went to make his first purchase with his newfound wealth, which turned out to be marijuana and methamphetamine. When he went home with his judgment clouded from the tasting of the goods he had acquired, he reloaded his butane lighter, standing right next to a gas stove. This resulted in an explosion that destroyed most of his house, but luckily left him alive. Unfortunately for him, what survived with him was just enough drugs to give police reason to arrest him right after he came out of the hospital. Frane Selak from Croatia can either be regarded as the luckiest or the unluckiest man in the world. We featured his story in other videos before, but we just couldn't leave it out of this one. Selak has a bad habit of getting into trouble his entire life, coming face to face with death far too often. The music teacher's string of near-fatal accidents started back in the 1960s when he was traveling on a train from Sarajevo to Dubrovnik when the train suddenly derailed and plunged into an icy river, killing 17 passengers. But not Salak. The following year, Salak flew to Rijeka when the cockpit door was blown away, killing 19 passengers and leaving Salak with minor injuries as he miraculously landed in a haystack. In 1970, he managed to escape minutes before his car exploded due to a faulty fuel pump. And 3 years later, another one of his cars caught fire, with him losing only his hair, and other than that, being completely fine. 20 years later, he was hit by a city bus, and in 1996 he drove off a cliff to avoid an accident on the road, and managed to survive that as well. In 2003, however, his string of unlucky misfortunes ended when he won a $1 million lottery. Andrew Jack.
Oh shit, that. Well, he is an unlucky lottery winner.
I guess if you look at it that way.
Yeah, he
But
was
still.
always unlucky. Somebody said, bro, you done escaped death so much, you need to play the lottery. And he like,
crazy.
Motherfucker, I played the lottery. Here for me. Hey, you been blessed that many times, you might as well.
It was only right. It was
might as well try your luck.
Right?
Whitaker was a construction company president from West Virginia worth $17 million when he hit a $315 million Powerball jackpot. The wealthy man was now even wealthier, but decided to share the wealth his luck had brought him. Whitaker donated 10% of his winnings to Christian charities, $14 million to his Jack Whitaker Foundation, and bought the woman who sold him the lucky ticket a $123,000 house, a new Dodge Ram truck, and gave her $50,000 in cash. However, his kindness was not returned with kindness, but rather the opposite. What followed in Whitaker's life was a string of misfortunes. He was robbed multiple times and had his bank account emptied by thieves and his car being broken into on multiple occasions. His granddaughter and her boyfriend died from a drug overdose, and his daughter died only several years after the tragic incident. Whitaker is allegedly broke now and known for giving way to an alcohol addiction, as well as a bad habit of frequenting dodgy strip clubs.
Wow.
Rouge Khan from Chicago wasn't a fan of the lottery, but in June 2012, he decided to try his luck. Amazingly, the one and only ticket he bought turned out to be a lucky one. Khan won $1 million. Khan decided to pick up all of his money at once, but his wait for the check was cut short as he was pronounced dead the very next day. His death was ruled a death of natural causes due to hardened arteries, and several basic tests were run to confirm this. Still, his relatives were suspicious, and they insisted on in-depth toxicology scans and a more thorough autopsy. Their hunch turned out to be right, as Khan was actually a very rare victim of cyanide poisoning. The suspicion that he was murdered for the large sum of money that he had won was confirmed when someone cashed his winnings 2 months later. The murderer was never discovered.
That is
Wow. Look at me.
so... The last two was like...
That's
But-
messed up.
But why did the previous dude, the second to last one, why was he so frugal with his money? He had already been rich. He already had 17 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Then to hit for another 300 some mil, you already a millionaire, so you know how to take care of your money.
Mm-hmm.
Before you hit the 300, don't. You would think somebody like that would be like, no, I know how to take care of my money, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because just because you sold me the ticket don't mean you did anything, bro. I went in and got that ticket.
Well, he just had a good heart, just wanted to do
that
something,
shit,
give back to
bro.
the people.
Fuck that shit. I got family already around leeching hells.
I don't know what that was about, but
And this last dude,
that's messed up.
For
That's
one,
messed up.
he got killed just because he played the lottery. And
But who knew that he had,
somebody had to. Somebody in the family.
or a friend,
Somebody close.
somebody close.
Somebody close knew he had hit.
Or it could have been anybody because with that type
for
of stuff,
cyanide for poisoning, that's too personal.
Well, yeah, you're right. Because
somebody
he
had
would
to
have to
personally
been
get.
around me and put it in something.
Somebody had
for
to get
me.
close.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's
I wonder why they
personal.
didn't. I don't know. I got too many questions for that one.
So y'all should know who came up in some money. Unless it's somebody he never told y'all. So it had to be a friend.
Know.
It ain't no family member.
It
It's
had
a
to be
friend.
a friend.
That's crazy, man. Y'all spam us up. Let us know y'all thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I know y'all will, but as always, y'all know. You said what? What you said?
I said, or some woman he probably was talking to.
Or some new woman he started talking to. He had a little money, you know what I'm saying? But as always, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ Nikki. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are. We are,
Go
y'all.
and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my folks. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for my partner.